Joining me is James Petty and Dave Northfield here at the ASM Stadium after tonight's 1-1 draw with Thame United. James, we had some chances in the game, but to be fair to them, with some better finishing, they could have been outside, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, greedily. I think their goalkeeper made some fantastic saves and was very good for them. And I think equally, Dan Kerry Evans for us at the other end of the pitch for us was equally as important in stopping them from getting a few more goals. But yeah, the chance they created, they're a very impressive attacking team, very quick, pacey, direct. And I think if they had a few more shots on target, because they had a lot of shots, but I think a few more shots on target, you can see why they scored 4, was it? On the weekend, they said. And they certainly were a threatening team. But I think, like you've alluded to, we equally had quite a lot of efforts and shots, particularly in the second half, more so compared to the first.
Dave, I say we were, I wouldn't say holding on, but they had some decent chances. But I think we showed some good resilience in the second half to not only get the equaliser, and also the substitutes have made a real difference tonight from the bench as well.
Yeah, I think just what James said. So first, without doubt, first half they had the greatest share of play. We struggled to contain them in the middle of the park. Half the time, really, because we were overcommitting, so we was leaving ourselves too open. And yeah, look, we've rode our luck.
Do you think the overcommitting of players is something that we need to address going forward?
Yeah, we spoke. Well, that was what we spoke about at half time. So at half time we spoke about that, changed it slightly, changed the attackers round slightly because of how they were playing. Changed one of the personnel who was more central, because young Rio, because he's more of a defensive player. And then I felt that made a massive difference to a second half. They were very, very. You've said it in a few of the interviews this year. Game of two halves, and it was very much a game of two halves. First half, I spoke to their manager afterwards, who's a great bloke, if I'm honest with you, and he said the same, that for all their possession first half, they've not hit the target. They've hit a lot of balls over the top and into the back net and what have you. And I think Dan's picked one out of his net, and don't think he's made big saves. And that's not bigging us up. That's saying what's that saying is that they've had enough opportunities. They've not probably, he'll be disappointed they've not done enough of their opportunities. Second half we made, like we said, we spoke at half time, changed a couple of bits, and then we changed to a back three because of the way they were playing. They was leaving 2 players high, and we brought the extra defensive player on, if you like, and played a 3. And then I thought we handled them. I felt we were. I'm never going to say we were comfortable, because Christ, they were always a threat, and they had I don't know the lad's name. The 8 was, Christ, he was like a bullet train running around today. But we started to look more comfortable. I thought Dicko come on the left of the 3 and done great, and Adam, who we left out after the Cambridge game, we wasn't happy with the Cambridge game. We brought him on today, and he, looks like leaving him out gave him a kick up the backside, because he made a massive difference to us. So all of a sudden we got that. We then got Miggsy and Simo higher. Simo creates a goal, clever little play, great ball in the box, and of course Pemi at the moment, if you feed him enough, he's gonna take one. He took one. He had one chance in the first half. He had another great chance in the second half when Miggsy put a great ball across, and the keeper's made a brilliant save. And you just felt, seriously, I felt we were going to nick it. I thought we could turn this around completely. So yeah, like I say, we changed things at half time, and we're pleased. It's quite nice for a change, that we make the decision that's made a difference to us, and it did. And the 2 boys that come on, that both have been starting. Jack started Saturday. He's come on. He's had a great run. 35 minutes as well. So done something right for a change.
Based on the players that we've got out at the moment, James, I think if we'd have been offered a win and a draw from the last 2 games, we ultimately would have taken it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would have done. And I think it's funny, isn't it? Because when we conceded the goal today, and equally when Thame conceded the equaliser, at both stages you felt that they could have got a couple of goals and we could have had 3 or 4 goals as much as they could. So I think a draw is definitely a fair result. And I think given the team that played today and the fact that we're asking players to play out of position, but we are adjusting players slightly, it's probably fair to say, isn't it, if we're honest. And knowing that we've got players coming back on Saturday, I certainly would have taken, or we would certainly have taken the point, given the circumstances of being the game so close to the FA Trophy game, and going into the next one, it gives us a good platform to build on and stops a loss from the last game, which feels like forever ago.
Yeah,
Bank holiday, wasn't it?
It was
league
forever
game,
ago,
last
yeah.
league game. So yeah, nice just to get a point, and that builds us up nicely for Saturday. We've got 4 returning, 3 returning, 4 returning.
We've got 3 returning Saturday, which is like we're so desperate for, and another couple not too far around the corner. So it'll change. It'll start changing. But then of course they've got to get fit again. So you know, being out for the amount of time they've been out, you know, it's not like we're going to turn up Saturday and be able to pick all 3 and they're ready to go. Adam will be the closest because he's only missed 1 week. So Adam will come on, probably come straight in. And then we'll look to get some minutes into Charlie and George, with the view of hopefully then probably starting in midweek against North Lee, and then getting some, and that then pushing a bit of fitness into them for obviously the trophy game on the Saturday. So, but yeah, look, there's a light at the end of the tunnel if you like, but the truth is, look, we, as I said again to their manager, it's not an excuse. We've been getting results with the boys missing, so the players these lads out here have been getting great results. We had one change, I think, in terms of we lost Dan, Dan from Saturday, but all the rest were here. They still, they looked a bit leggy first half, and then finished it like a train second half, and we were coming back 60 yards to make a tackle and going 100 yards down the other pitch, to get a ball in the box. So, their response was great, and we can't ask for any more than that. Great. In the end, look, it's a great point. Ended up thinking we could have nicked it. Could have been 2 or 3 down at half time and never been in it. So
I think based on the first half, I think we'd have taken a point anyway.
Yeah, all day long. It's only when you score a goal you think, Christ, we might nick this, because we was having them. At that time we was having, the lion's share of the game. But it is what it is. We'll both be disappointed with the point, but we'll both be pleased with the point, because either time we could have chucked it away, and we've got something out of it.
Excellent stuff. Enjoy your evening, gents, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Lee.